just questions. Okay, and we are here to know the answers. We are here to learn the answers of the questions. Those are given here on page 33 on your textbook. Okay, so on your screen right now, you can see what big ships used for today. We are going to start from here. But first of all, that I would like to tell you about the title. There's the treasure fleet. What is this? The treasure fleet. ये है क्या? So, let us see on page 32. Here is a map or some information about it. सबसे ऊपर आप देख रहे होंगे एम्परर जूडी. ओके, इनके नाम जरा डिफरेंट से हैं, तो एब्सोल्युटली वो हमारी लैंग्वेज के नहीं है. मैं कोशिश करूंगा सही प्रोनाउंस करूं उनको. तो बहरहाल इस एम्परर के ज़माना में ये प्लान किया गया कि हमें एक शिप का एक जो वो फ्लीट तैयार करना है, और जो कि बाकी ममालिक में जाकर दूसरे लोगों के साथ, कंट्रीज के साथ जाकर बिजनेस करें, राइट? So beta, during the brief period from 1405 to 1433, 7 epic expeditions, mean impressive expeditions, brought China's treasure ships across the China Seas and the Indian Ocean, from Taiwan to the Spice Islands of Indonesia and the Malabar coast of India, onto the rich ports of the Persian Gulf and down the African coast. And they earned a lot of money and sold their goods to these countries and the areas. And they also bought the goods of these lands, and they took to China. Anyhow, so this is the fleet of ships that is called the treasure fleet. Okay, now let's see page number 32. China's treasure fleet amazes the world. Let us see the map and see the information that has been given here. On the page 32 on maps, numbers have been given here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like this. It is showing from where this fleet started the journey, and this fleet went through some different and various places and reached Calicut, India, okay, and then returned back. So see here, 1405 to 07. Number 1, gigantic treasure ships are built in dry dock at Longjiang. Number 2, Admiral Zhang He sets sail from Nanjing. The fleet waits at tapping for favorable winds. And 4th place, trading begins at Champa. Champa is South Vietnam in Indochina. Okay, so our name is Champa. Okay, sometimes it written Central Vietnam. Okay, 5th, Zhang He meets Chinese settler on Java. 6th, at 6th place when this fleet reached, and they continued their journey, and by navigating by compass, the fleet crosses the Indian Ocean. 7 meets hostile reception from King of Ceylon, that's the Sri Lanka. 8th, destination reached, bartering the ship's cargo for Indian goods at the port of Calicut. And 9, Zhang He clears pirates from the Straits of Malacca. 10-point shows the returning fleet is hit by a terrible storm, but in the end, they triumphant reception on return to Nanjing. Right. I do hope that you would have understood the things those have been given here. Okay, beta, see on your screen. That is, what are big ships used for today? What are big ships used for today? Page number 32 at the top, below the treasure fleet. What are big ships used for today? Answer is they are used for goods and trade as cargo ships. Uh, the big ships nowadays they are being used for the transport uh, of goods and the trade as cargo ships. Okay, next is route on the map. These gigantic ships were built at Longing and set sail from Nanjing or waited at tapping for favorable winds. Then began its trading at Champa. Zhang He then traveled to Java. From there, fleet crossed the Indian Ocean and reached Ceylon, that is called Sri Lanka, and then direct to Calicut. Few met the raids of pirates, but Zhang He cleared them from the Straits of Malacca. The fleet was hit by a terrible storm in the way back, but it reached as triumphant to Nanjing. Okay. Better, this answer that I have presented here before you now, it is on 33 page and section 2, listen and follow the route on the map. Okay. Now, listen to each section of the story again and answer the questions. So from here, our questions start. Let's see on the slide 2. सेक्शन 1 से हम शुरू करेंगे. इसका पहला क्वेश्चन बेटा इस वक्त जो है वो आपकी स्क्रीन पर है. You can see right now who was Zhu Di. Zhu Di कौन था? Zhu Di was the emperor of China. Zhu Di was the emperor of China. Number 2, what kind of a ship was junk? ये क्या है? Ship was junk. ये junk ship क्या है? A junk is a type of Chinese sailing ship with fully battened, means secured sails. They were used by merchants to carry goods along rivers and canals or by sea. But sometimes pirates also used this type of ships. Okay, question 3. What was it like on board a junk? इसको मैंने रेड में लिखा हुआ है. ओके, इसको आप इसकी क्वेश्चन मार्क लगा सकते हैं. इसको स्किप कर दें because I was unable to find the proper answer of that. इसको हम कल डिस्कस कर लेंगे. Okay, question number 4. Why did Zhu Di want a fleet of junk? Answer is he wanted to show the rest of the world the glory and power of the Chinese Empire. He also wanted to establish trade and relations with other peoples of the world. Okay, दो मकसद थे. Okay, there were 2 purposes. One, to show the glory and power of Chinese Empire, and the second, to establish trade and relations with other people of the world. एक तो चाइनीज की जो है वो पावर शो हो जाए, और दूसरा दूसरे कंट्रीज के लोगों के साथ, कंट्रीज के साथ बिजनेस एंड ट्रेड जो है वो क्रिएट कर दिया जाए और बिजनेस किया जाए. Right? These were the 2 aims or the objectives of the king. Okay, beta. On the next slide, see, that is question number 5, section 2. What do we know about the early life of Zhang He? ये जो Zhang He का नाम बड़ा आ रहा है, ये Zheng He, who was Zheng He? So let's see who was him. He was the admiral of the treasure fleet of China. Zengi was, and इसका साथ में और भी introduction दिया गया. Okay, first of all, once again, he was the admiral of the treasure fleet of China. ये जो treasure fleet गया business करने के लिए, he was the admiral of this fleet. Zheng He, ये उसका नाम है, ठीक है. Zheng, ये जो he लिखा है, ये वो subject नहीं है जो he, she, it or this that. ये उसका पूरा नाम बनता है. Zheng He was a Muslim Chinese who was captured by the army in southern western China as a boy. वहां से इसको capture किया गया था, and after that his captors castrated him and sold him as a servant for harems. harems की निगहदाश्त के लिए जो है हरम्स जिनको हम बोल देते हैं, ओके, इन उर्दू और इन आवर लैंग्वेज हरम. तो वो जो हरमें होती हैं उनकी देखभाल के लिए फिर इसको जो है वो कैस्ट्रेटेड करके, मतलब उन्हीं की तरह का बना के, ठीक है, यूनिक करके इसको, तो फिर उनका मुहाफिज बनाकर इसको रख लिया गया. What did the emperor ask Zheng He to do and why? Answer is the emperor asked Zheng He to prepare a fleet to trade to show the power to the world. Let's skip over to the next. Okay, question 3. Which sea did they cross? Which sea did they cross from Tebing to Champa? Champa, Central, या South Vietnam. Okay, so ये इसका old नाम है Champa. Okay, answer is they crossed the Indian Ocean. Simple सा इसका answer है. Our question is which sea did they cross? कौन से जो sea को उन्होंने cross किया? They crossed the Indian Ocean. Okay. Question 8. What did Chinese sell to Champa? Beta, in this lesson, just only the information is there to comprehend. So ये questions दिए गए हैं ताकि हम जो इनके answers कर सकें. Okay. These answers having the information about this fleet. Okay, just map all the information about this. They give it on page 32. And when we go through this map, around about 60-70% information we come to collect from it. And then we listen CD or we search out the net. So a lot of information about that in detail we come to know about. Okay, question 8. What did Chinese sell to Champa? ये जो वियतनाम में, ये सेंट्रल वियतनाम और साउथ वियतनाम में क्या इन्होंने सेल किया? Answer is in return, Champa received great amount of goods from China, especially the trading ceramics. Ceramics का सामान जो है वो ज्यादा उन्होंने Champa में सेल आउट किया. What did Champa give to Chinese in return? और फिर उसके बदले में उन्होंने ये वियतनाम से कौन सी चीजें ली? Champa returned them spices and ivory and silk. Okay, do you understand? Spices and ivory and silk. Okay, ivory mean हाथी दांत होते हैं. Okay, spices मसाला जात और silk रेशम, इससे Chinese ने business किया उनके साथ. Okay, question 10. To which islands Zheng He sailed from Champa? He sailed to Java, right? Java. बेटा Java जो है ये एक island है, ठीक है? और इसको जो है वो इंडियन ओशन जो इंडियन ओशन से इसके साथ उसका बॉर्डर मिलता है, ठीक है? इंडोनेशियन एरिया है. He sailed to Java. Question 11. What was traded there? वहां पर क्या इन्होंने ट्रेड किया जावा में? What was traded there? Okay. Trade included, वहां पर जो ट्रेड हुई, that trade included ivory, tin, nutmeg, sandalwood or sandalwood. Sandal की लकड़ी जानते हैं? खुशबूदार okay, in Pakistan, in India, in this subcontinent, we make खुशबूदार drink, okay, so flavor लेते हैं, and strong smelling camphor that were used for medicinal purpose, और इनको जो है वो दवाई वगैरह के मकसद के लिए इस्तेमाल किया जाता है, ये वहां पर ट्रेड किया. The empire had access to the trade and network of spices and goods like silk and porcelain from China. और एम्पायर ने जो है वो चाइना जो है एक्सेस टू द ट्रेड नेटवर्क ऑफ, अच्छा कौन सा ट्रेड किया, स्पाइसेस और गुड्स लाइक सिल्क एंड पोर्सलेन. ओके, नेक्स्ट इज right now I think on screen, just question, fifth slide is going on. This is, if this is possible, respected issue, please change the slide on screen. Fifth slide, okay. Question 12. Question 12. See beta on your page 33 at the top. How did they find their way to Ceylon? Ceylon. Ceylon means Sri Lanka. How did they find their way to Ceylon? Okay. They found their way to Ceylon by navigating by compass. Fleet crossed the Indian Ocean and reached Ceylon. Okay. उन्होंने नेविगेट वो कंपास के जरिए वो डायरेक्शन देखते गए और उसके बाद फिर उन्होंने इंडियन ओशन क्रॉस किया एंड रीच्ड सेलोन. क्वेश्चन 13. Why didn't the fleet stay long in Ceylon? अच्छा, सेलोन जब पहुंचे तो वहां पर उन्होंने ज्यादा वक्त नहीं गुजारा, लेकिन what the question asked, why didn't the fleet stay long in Ceylon? They couldn't stay there. Answer is they couldn't stay there long as they met a style reception from the king of Ceylon. कुछ अच्छी जो है वो रिसेप्शन नहीं हुई, ओके, जिसकी वजह से वो वहां पर ज्यादा देर नहीं रुके और वो वहां से चले गए. They couldn't stay there long as they met hostile reception. Hostility होता है ना, दुश्मनी, ओके. तो ये hostile reception, that is not a good reception. कुछ दुश्मनी वाली जो है वो इस्तकबाल किया गया, कुछ अच्छा इस्तकबाल नहीं किया गया, ओके, फ्रॉम द किंग ऑफ सेलोन. वहाँ के बादशाह ने, वहाँ के राजा ने इनका अच्छा इस्तकबाल नहीं किया. That's why they couldn't stay there long, but they went from there soon. Question 14. What was the final destination? Okay, by visiting all these points and places, where did they go finally? What was the final destination? Calicut was the final destination of the fleet. Kolkata suna, the Indian, this is the harbor, Indian city. So that's the called Calicut was the final destination of the fleet. सबसे पहले ये पेज नंबर 32 पर देखिए, यहाँ पर प्लीज. ओके, टर्न योर आइज टुवर्ड्स मैप. ये यहाँ से बे ऑफ बंगाल के साथ से होते हुए सुमात्रा एंड अगेन ये श्रीलंका आता है. यहाँ पर ये देखिए सेलोन, ये छोटा सा यहाँ पर ये जजीरा है, ये श्रीलंका. और यहाँ से फिर डायरेक्ट आप एरोसाइन से देख सकते हैं, ये पॉइंट 8 आपको नजर आ रहा होगा इंडिया के ये छोटे से कोने के साथ, ओके. तो ये कैलिकट है, ओके, इट्स इंडियन पॉइंट, इट्स द हार्बर. तो ये जो है यहाँ पर पहुंचे, ठीक है. आप तो इसकी इंफॉर्मेशन में देखिए, ये ब्लॉक में डेस्टिनेशन रीच्ड, bartering the ship's cargo for Indian goods at the port of Calicut. ये bartering mean fully packed, covered. Okay. So, how long did the fleet stay? Okay. Question 14. What was the final destination? Calicut was the final destination of the fleet, right? Question 15. How long did the fleet stay in India? इंडिया में ये कैलकट जो है यहाँ पर इस हिस्से में इंडिया में कितनी देर तक जो फ्लीट रुका? How long did the fleet stay in India? The fleet may have made a 4-month stay at Calicut. Okay, right? Clear that? 4 months stay was there at Calicut. Question 16. What did they trade there? Tang Empire was mainly in its local products, including ivory, rhinoceros, horns. Okay, ये गारो वुड्स है, ये लकड़ी है बेटा कोई. Okay, tortoise shell, amber and manufactured articles of gold and silver. Right? These are the articles, these are the things with which mainly this trade was done. Okay, question 17. What did happen in the trades of Malacca? ये जो मलाका के ये जो हैं यहाँ पर स्ट्रेट्स, यहाँ पर क्या शायद ये एस जो है वो मिसिंग है बेटा, स्ट्रेट्स ओके लिखा हुआ. Okay, what happened there? When they were returning back to China, what happened there in the Straits of Malacca? There were raids of pirates in the Straits of Malacca. Answer में सही word लिखा हुआ. Okay, there were raids of pirates in the Straits of Malacca. वो जब वापस आ रहे थे तो यहाँ पर pirates ने जो है वो raids कर दी. What is the raid? Sudden attack. Okay, तो उन्होंने इसके ऊपर हमला कर दिया. लेकिन जो क्या नाम है उसका ज़ेंगी है, उसने बड़ा जबरदस्त काम किया. ओके, उसने उनका मुकाबला करके उनको क्लियर कर दिया, खत्म कर दिया, वो सिस्टम ही खत्म कर दिया. ओके, next is question 18. What happened as the fleet was sailing back across the South China Sea? Again, pirates raided on fleet, but Zhang He cleared the pirates in the straits at Malacca in China Sea. Very simple answer is pirates raided on fleet, but Zhang He cleared the pirates in the straits at Malacca in China Sea. Question 19. Why did the sailors think that Saint Elmo's fire was a miracle? This is interesting. Why did the sailors think that Saint Elmo's fire was a miracle? Saint Elmo's fire was a miracle. What is Saint Elmo's fire? Let's see answers. Sailors may have considered Saint Elmo's fire as a good omen, as a sign of the presence of their patron saint. Next, see. Saint Elmo is considered as patron saint of sailors to protect and help them. ये एक what you say, ये समझा जाता है. Okay, it is considered that Saint Elmo is the patron saint of sailors. Okay, protects and helps them. Or what you say, by traveling or during the journey on sea, ये आसमान पर जो बादल बन जाते हैं, बिजली गरजती है, तो वो एक बड़ा जिसको कहते हैं ना, एक रोशनी का एक गोल बॉल सा और बहुत ज्यादा लाइटनिंग जो है, दैट इज वो सेंट एल्मोस फायर कहा जाता है उसको. तो वो समझते हैं कि जी ये फायर जो है ये एक साइन है कि हमारे इर्द गिर्द हमारा सेंट मौजूद है. ओके, और वो हमें डूबने या हमें कोई नुकसान नहीं होने देगा. ये उसकी साइन है कि वो अपनी रोशनी, अपनी लाइट के साथ इधर है. ओके, तो जब ऐसा होता है तो ये जो sailors, they are not afraid of that, but also they think that their saint is around them. Okay, so the Saint Elmo is considered as patron saint of sailors, and they think that he's there to protect and help them. So Elmo's of fire is considered a good omen for sailors. Question 20. Was the emperor pleased with the expedition? How do you know? The king was pleased. वो बहुत खुश था with Zhang He, as the visit was a friendly one. इसलिए कि वो बहुत सारा सामान लेके गए वापस चाइना, और बहुत सारा सामान उन्होंने चाइना से जो लेके आए थे वो उनको सेल आउट किया, राइट? इस हवाले से हमें पता चलता है कि द किंग वाज प्लीज्ड विद Zhang He. Zhang He, admiral of the fleet, was the visit. Okay, the king was pleased with Zhang He as the visit was a friendly one. एक तो बिजनेस हुआ, दूसरा ये विजिट जो इस फ्लीट ने किए वो भी फ्रेंडली रहे, जिसकी वजह से emperor was very much pleased with Zhang He, the admiral. Question 21. What did the fleet bring back from the coast of Africa? Okay. What did the fleet bring back from the coast of Africa? ये अफ्रीका से क्या लेके गए? The fleet brought back a giraffe from the coast of Africa. अफ्रीका से उन्होंने एक जिराफ उसके लिए लिया, क्योंकि ये वहां पर जो है चाइना में जिराफे को एक व्हाट यू से एक ग्रेस और ग्लोरी का साइन समझा जाता है, फॉर द किंग स्पेशली। तो इसलिए उन्होंने वहां से जो जिराफे है इसको लिया और वो अफ्रीका बादशाह के लिए, किंग के लिए लेके चले। ये एक और जगह से भी इन्होंने जो है वो जिराफे लेके गए थे। I'll tell you later. Okay, जी, next slide, that is the 7th. Beta, see, speaking part here is, okay, working groups retell the story of China's superior fleet using the information on the map and your answers to the questions in exercise 3. Exercise 3. Okay, here is also, you can see on your screen, retell the story of China's superior fleet. So let's see what's the story once again. These gigantic ships were built at Longjing and set sail from Nanjing, but waited at Taiping for favorable winds, then began its trading at Champa. Zhang He then traveled to Java. From their fleet crossed the Indian Ocean and reached Ceylon, that's actually Sri Lanka, and then direct to Calicut. Crew met the raids of pirates, but Zhang He cleared them from the Straits of Malacca. The fleet was hit by a terrible storm in the way back, but it reached as triumphant to Nanjing. Emperor Zhu Di appointed to Zhang He as an admiral of the treasure fleet to trade with other countries to show its power and create a good relations with them. So the fleet did a good trade with India, Africa, and nearby islands, and enchanted goods with them. Sorry, exchanged, beta, exchanged. This word is by mistake has been written here wrong. By islands and exchanged goods with them and returned to Nanjing victorious. Okay, this is the short story, okay, that I retold you. Okay, thank you so very much, my dear students. Now this is the time to say Khuda Hafiz. Okay, and I do hope that each and everything will be clear to your mind, please. And yet, if you're having any confusion,